Hi there, this is Dr. John Whitcomb talking about ultra-processed foods and how do we define that. This is a whole new idea in science. It's been emerging for about 10 years, coming out of Brazil, different scientific communities down there. And last week we talked about how a study looking at some 10,000 civil servants found if you follow them over time and they eat more than 20% of the food from ultra-processed sources, they had an increased rate of cognitive decline, 25%. So what does processing mean and how is that defined? Well, first of all, it's been evolving and it's still evolving over about the last 10 years. But it comes down roughly to unprocessed is what you pick off the tree or dig out of your garden. It's not been done. Level 1 of processing is very simple. Do you cook it? Do you take the very rough cover off of it, the hulls off of grains, the peels off of fruit? Level 2 or 3 is, do you simply add 1 or 2 ingredients as you prepare it? A little fat to fry it, or a little sugar to preserve it. A little, not too many ingredients. But what's recently emerged is the third category has been broken up to 3 and 4, which is basically processing and ultra-processing. And ultra-processing becomes basically, do you put it in a can and to preserve it in various preservatives? Do you do that for meats and do you do that for vegetables? But ultra-processing, the criteria for that has been more refined. And that comes down to not only do you prepare it, but do you have a variety of ingredients that you otherwise can't find at the grocery store? In fact, you don't even recognize the names. Do you have more than 5 ingredients? Does the food look differently than what you've ever seen? It doesn't look like the original form. It's had ingredients of potato, but it's now in a cardboard tube to a precise shape or something like that. But just more than 5 ingredients. When I do that criteria and I go to a keto bar that only has 2 grams of carbs, sounds healthy, and I look at the ingredient and fold up the little aluminum package and find that there's 17 ingredients, 12 of which I don't recognize, that's an ultra-processed food, even though it's high fat and keto compliant. Or when I take my favorite mustard that's got some chili flavoring in it, 27 ingredients. If more than 25% of your food comes from ultra-processing, you're hastening your cognitive decline. We need to think about this and learn about it. The simplest way in my book is to count the ingredients. Does it have more than 5? And are there many ingredients that you don't recognize and you couldn't purchase at the store? Preservatives, colorings, flavorings, enhancers, all of that causes trouble. Each one might individually escape scrutiny by regulatory bodies, but something about the combination. Dr. John Whitcomb, News and Nutrition. Ultra-processed food is a new way of defining food, and we need to stop eating it.